Traverse City and 9 and 10 News might as well be in a relationship at this point. Like fucking dating and having sex in the whole 10 yards. Since my last time of making a video specifically about this topic, it appears that 9 and 10 News has gotten even more intense and even worse in how obsessive they are in Traverse City, Michigan. We're talking right now, as I'm talking, an entire The Four dedicated to Traverse City, Michigan, much less how they already make Traverse City content related news media about Traverse City for 99% of the time. I mean, I'm not kidding. Like right now, this is a Traverse City thing, but of course this entire hour that they're on is dedicated to Traverse City anyways. But this is not an uncommon sight either. Basically, anytime The Four or 9 and 10 News is on, they're talking about Traverse City. I mean, I'm not saying they don't go to other places every now and then, but a majority of the content is Traverse City related. Last time I was talking about it, it wasn't this bad. It wasn't this intense with their obsession with Traverse City. But since my last time of talking about this topic, very briefly, they introduced this Bridget chick as some sort of online-only article writer. And her thing is called GT Pulse. This is 100% specifically only Traverse City. Nothing else, nothing more. Wow. Be a little bit more obsessed, why don't you? God. So I've already mentioned this before, but 9 and 10 News is legitimately obsessed. 100% obsessed with Traverse City, Michigan. And this is yet just another showing of it. They are hosted, their main place is Cadillac, Michigan. But yet, 99% of the fucking news that they put out, whether it's The Four or their main hour of 5 to 6:30, it's 99% Traverse City related content. It's like they don't even know or acknowledge or understand that there are other places other than fucking Traverse City, Michigan, out in this northern Michigan region. Furthermore, there's this place, not even a place, but rather this extra thing called The Pulse, which is 100% content for Traverse City, Michigan. When it comes to the fucking weather even, they always gotta mention Traverse fucking City in one way or the other. The only way that this fucking news company will acknowledge any other fucking place is if it's some goddamn natural disaster or something that is extraordinarily big or something of that sort. That's the only way that anything will get out of the Traverse City area for being news related. When it comes to Michigan This Morning, which starts at 4:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, guess what they're reporting on for their little thing where they go to restaurants or they go to particular businesses? Wouldn't you know it? Traverse City, Michigan businesses and restaurants. Like, get the fuck out of Traverse City, for fucking sakes. What the fuck? it's so goddamn annoying. I mean, there are so many other places that deserve this sort of, I guess you could say, news coverage. This publicity would be more than appreciated in so many different places. Whether it's their own place of Cadillac, Michigan, because I'm sure they have things too. They have restaurants too. They have businesses as well, along with Kingsley, Manton, anywhere in the northern Michigan region. But no, it's always fucking Traverse City. Traverse City this, Traverse City that, Traverse City everything. Hey, let's dedicate a fucking article called The Pulse to 100% Traverse City related content. Oh, let's obsessively go to Traverse City every goddamn chance we get and report on every little fucking thing that ever fucking happens in Traverse City, Michigan. Like, what the fuck? If a fucking guy slips on a banana peel, falls on his ass, they're gonna be all over that like it's the biggest fucking deal in the entire fucking universe. Because it happened in fucking Traverse City, Michigan. Like, what the fuck? It's just Traverse City, Michigan. Get over it. Go to other places. Give them publicity. Give them advertisement. Give them interviews. Go to their stores. Go to their restaurants. Not everything revolves around fucking Traverse City, Michigan. Like, what the fuck, people? You might as well just move to Traverse City. No longer host your fucking station in Cadillac. Just build one or move one or whatever the fuck to Traverse City so you can at least have somewhat of a reason to be obsessively broadcasting about Traverse City all the goddamn time. I mean, I can't even imagine being this obsessed with Traverse City, Michigan. I mean, obviously, since I live here, a lot of my content revolves around it, or at least involves it in some way, whether it's the background area or whatever the case, or I just do it here as I usually do. But these people are out in Cadillac, they have all sorts of resources, they're a fucking news station, they have no fucking excuse to be this obsessed with Traverse City, fucking Michigan. Out of all the other places that they could go, they single out Traverse City. It's like they're almost being paid by the city of Traverse City to give this sort of slighted, whatever you want to call it, unfair broadcasting, whatever you want to call it, to specifically Traverse City. It's, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. Out of all the places in northern Michigan, why is it always Traverse City this, and Traverse City that, and Traverse City, TC, TC, Traverse City, Traverse... It's kind of like, if I was to make a video saying Traverse City for 10 minutes straight, that's the equivalent of 9 and 10 News. It's Traverse City Obsession from the Grand Traverse Pulse, aka GT Pulse, which is an article-only thing, but is 100% Traverse City this, Traverse City that, to the news, to the 4. So it's basically what I'm saying is starting at 4 p.m. Monday through Friday until about 6:30 p.m. we have this specific channel, this specific news brand, obsessing over Traverse City, Michigan. Can you imagine being anyone and having to constantly, non-stop, every fucking day for that long contend with that? I mean, the reason that I mainly watch this channel is background noise. Alternatively, if I want to know the weather specifically for a day or whatever, I'll obviously pay attention until I get that news, weather report, whatever the case. But of course, during my time of waiting for the weather, what do I have to contend with? Traverse City this, Traverse City that, Traverse City, Traverse City, Traverse City, Traverse City. because they can't get the fuck out of Traverse City for 5 goddamn seconds. God. Drives me up the fucking wall. There's nothing special about Traverse City. How about you do content in your own goddamn place of Cadillac, Michigan, where you're hosted, where your news station is? How about the places in close proximity to Cadillac? Like, come on. Reed City, Manton, anywhere but Traverse City. For fuck's sakes. Oh my God. Anyway, I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed this or not. I mean, but something's going on for them to be this obsessed. They cannot be this big into this fucking city on their own. There's got to be some sort of corporate thing going on, or someone's paying someone to be this obsessed or something. But at the same time, I'm not saying it's legitimately always 100% non-stop about Traverse City. Sometimes they will actually report on other places. I'm guessing it's because they don't have enough Traverse City related content for that day or whatever the case may be. But if they need extra stories, then in that case they will go out somewhere else. So it's not, I guess, Traverse City news or whatever you want to call it, but you get the idea. 99% of the content is all about Traverse fucking City. So, I don't know, I'm just putting that out there. Until next time.